All right, good morning, friends. We are live. This is Ask a Clutter Boss on this Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. I am Jess Marcy. I'm your Clutter Boss for today. And Ask a Clutter Boss is, as I like to say, the internet's best weekly decluttering advice show. Today, we're going to talk about two things. Number one, some significant changes that we're making in the Clutter Boss world. What's happening behind the scenes, and maybe you're interested in this new program that we are rolling out. And then the second thing we're going to talk about, I'm so excited to dive into this topic, is how decluttering actually saves you money. So I know we all hang on to things because I spent money on it, I might need it someday. And I am here to tell you, you will save so much more money by letting go of stuff, really. So we will talk through that. But first off, I'm very excited to announce that at Clutter Boss, we have had a signature program since the beginning of the Clutter Boss world in 2020. So 5 years now, we have been running Clutter Boss Academy. We have learned so much about the decluttering process since doing Clutter Boss Academy for the last 5 years and just working with hundreds of people. One of the things that's become really obvious to me and Gina, who is my Clutter Boss business partner, is when we talk about decluttering, there's a lot of advice out there about how to declutter, how to organize, do this, don't do this. But one thing that really no one talks about, and no one certainly builds a decluttering program with an emphasis on this, is how do you keep it this way for the rest of your life? How do you systematically go through your house? And then how do you maintain a decluttered and easy to run household forever and ever and ever? No one really talks about that. So you can find so much advice on how to declutter, but we take it one step further. We tell you how to build the habits that you need and how to put the systems that are easy to maintain in place so you're never back to where you started ever before. And we've always built maintenance and habits into our program in Clutter Boss Academy, but we really are doubling down on this now with our next level Clutter Boss Blueprint, which is designed to take you through the entire process of decluttering your house, but not just stopping there. We want to make sure that when you go through this 6-month program with us, you know exactly how to maintain it, and you've built the habits to do that already. We're not telling you how to do it. You got to go build this habit. No, we're making sure that you have the accountability over 6 months to actually build those habits to be able to maintain your household come hell or high water. You will know exactly what to do, and it will be like a part of you. So many of us growing up did not learn how to actually maintain our spaces. How many of us had parents that said, go clean your room, but didn't teach you how to clean your room? And I know this was not everyone, but it is basically everyone that we work with. We teach you these skills that are so critical for 2025, because I also firmly believe that the world we live in now is not like the world we used to live in ever before in history, ever. As moms, as wives, as grandparents, we are dealing with things no generation before us ever had to deal with. And it is that much more complicated to maintain and manage a household, to keep it decluttered, to keep up on it. I mean, even just opening up your phone, which of course, what generation ever had this ever before? None. Opening up your phone can spin you into a whole tizzy and make you feel depressed immediately, and it impacts your ability to deal with everything else in your life. And that's just one example of how different the world is right now. Not even talking about how much stuff there is to buy that is so easily accessible that we never had access to before. We are in a brand new world when it comes to our homes, and in Clutter Boss Blueprint, you will learn exactly the path that you need to figure this all out. You'll build the habits along the way. There will be tremendous personal one-on-one accountability in the program, because we also know how powerful that is. So if you are interested in learning more about our Clutter Boss Blueprint program, 5 years of experience working with hundreds of clients. We are leveling up. And if you're ready to level up your home, we have a link for you in the comments. You can get on a call with Gina, see if this is the right fit for you. So go ahead, click on that link, get on a call with Gina. Imagine how different your house is going to be, your life is going to be, you are going to be 6 months from now. All right, so that's what's happening in the Clutter Boss world. Now let's talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is how decluttering actually saves you money. So let me know in the comments, oh shoot, hold on a second. You guys, I forgot I'm supposed to be using my fancy new microphone here. I hope my audio was okay there. I'll try this a little better this time. Is that audio better? I bet it is, because I have this thing hooked up and it was off to the side. I got to get used to this new tech. Tech. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Have you experienced yourself saying, I don't want to let go of this because I spent money on it. I don't want to throw money away. What did my dad used to say when I was growing up? Oh, do you think there's a money tree growing outside? Who heard that? Right? How could you possibly throw something out that I worked so hard to earn the money for? Now, I understand and totally get that mindset. But as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the world that we live in right now is so dramatically different than any other world we've ever lived in before. And I can make a very strong argument, which I'm going to right now, that decluttering will ultimately save you money. You're not losing money when you throw stuff out. You are actually saving money. And this is my top 6 reasons why and how that happens. Good morning, Dee Dee. Good morning, Kathy, Vicky, Denise, Mary, Gina. Hello. Okay. Number 1, when you can find something that you've already purchased, you're not buying a duplicate. So that whole argument that I spent money on this, I can't throw it out. Well, let me tell you, if you can't find it, you might as well have thrown it out, because you're going to go out and you're going to buy something, a new thing, a duplicate. When I decluttered my house for the first time, I swear I found over 30 rolls of tape, Scotch tape, 30. I mean, a lifetime supply of Scotch tape in my house, because apparently I could never find the tape that I had. And every time I needed to wrap a present, I just bought a new roll of Scotch tape. I was not saving any money by not throwing out Scotch tape. If you can't find what you have, it doesn't matter how much it costs you. It doesn't matter how badly you need it in an emergency. It's not available to you. And if you have such an inventory of stuff in your house that you cannot find what you're looking for when you need it, even I found myself, when I used to divide my wardrobe into winter and summer, because nobody told me you don't need to do that, I used to have my off-season clothing in bins in the attic. And it's like one of those attics that has the access through the ceiling. So you have to pull down the rickety ladder thing. You have to carefully go up there. You can't step everywhere. It's dangerous. You can't go up there if it's too hot or if it's too cold. You might hit your head. There's nails coming out of the ceiling. I mean, does this sound familiar to anyone? What would I do when the seasons changed, or when there was an unseasonably warm day or week in the middle of winter, or vice versa? I would go out and buy more stuff. And I know that I am not the only person who does that, right? We buy more when we can't access what we have. So when you declutter and you can access everything that you have, you are saving money. But even more important than that, you are saving time. And time is money. We're going to circle back to this thought in a minute. But if you're spending 30 minutes a day looking for something, which I don't think is an outrageous exaggeration, and you can let me know in the comments, how much time, if you're being totally brutally honest, are you losing to your clutter because you can't find what you're looking for? You're searching for a document. Seems to be a thing that gets lost all the time. Whatever you're searching for, if you're spending 30 minutes a day, that's more than 1 week, 24 hours, 7 days a week, that you have lost to searching for something. So we'll circle back to this concept in a second. But the other amazing thing when you start, especially in the Clutter Boss world, the way that you save money decluttering is because when you start working with our team, We tell you, stop the flow of stuff into your house. You cannot get decluttered if there is stuff coming in all the time. You can't keep adding to your inventory when you're trying to reduce your inventory. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So even if you're buying stuff in the name of getting organized, like boxes or bins or, you know, clear plastic this for your refrigerator or clear plastic that for your freezer, or for your kids' toys or whatever it is, you're adding to the inventory in your house. You're not actually getting decluttered. You're shuffling your clutter. Maybe you're organizing your clutter, but you're not actually decluttering. So we have you immediately, when you start working with us, stop spending money. Stop buying stuff. Stop bringing stuff into your house. Stop saying yes to free stuff. It is all actually getting in the way of your progress, and it's costing you money. So once you start working with our team and you stop the flow in, you're saving on average. Well, 5 years ago when I did this survey, it was on average $100 a week. I would guess it's a little bit more now. So you are able to take all of that money and pay down your debt, which compounds the amount that you are saving, and you save even more. It's so cool, actually. It's so cool. Okay. Another way that you save money when you're decluttering, and this happens to people all the time, is actually not by saving money, but by finding money. So in that clutter is probably some amount of money, literal cash, a check that you never cashed, an insurance payout you never cashed, cash that you shoved into a pocket, checks. There's money in your clutter, literally money in your clutter. So you can actually make money by decluttering. I think the most that we ever had somebody find was $30,000. And unfortunately, it wasn't their money. It was a sibling's money, but there is money in your clutter, but you can only find it by decluttering. Another way that you save money is when you're more organized. You avoid late fees. You avoid those interest charges. So when you're saving money, you're compounding your savings. You're more on top of when things need to get paid. You're not searching for the piece of paper. It's right there. You have habits that you have built to deal with things immediately so they don't pile up. And then you are saving money in all those extra fees. Plus, you can find all of those subscriptions that you've signed up for, that you don't even remember signing up for, that are just hitting your credit card, bloop, 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 every month, charges and subscriptions, $2 here, $5 there, $9 there. It really, really adds up. So you can declutter those subscriptions, save you money right there. And then, okay, I've never actually heard anyone mention this one ever when talking about clutter and money, but I am going to go out on a limb and say, you are going to save money when you declutter because you're creating a healthier environment for yourself. And when you create a healthier environment for yourself, you have less medical bills. And if you've been to the doctor lately, you know it costs a lot to have any medical situations, period. It is expensive. Even with all of our insurance and all of this and all of that, it costs an arm and a leg to have any medical situation happen. At this point, I need to shout from a mountaintop. There is a massive connection between decluttering your house and your health, or the clutter in your house and your health. If your house is stressful, if it's causing you stress every day, chronic stress causes chronic low-grade inflammation. And low-grade inflammation is the cause of so many different medical ailments. Not only that, but when your house is stressing you out constantly and it's feeling super overwhelmed, you naturally start to feel depressed. And when you feel depressed, it's hard to do other stuff. How do I know this? This was me. That is how I know this. And it is so many of the people that we work with. When you declutter, you are going to save money on future medical bills. And you're also going to save all of that time going to medical appointments and feeling bad. So that time is a thing that you can never, ever, ever get back. So circle back to this last thought about time. I hear a lot of other professional organizers tell you that one way you can save money when you're decluttering is there's the potential for income. But what they mean is there's the potential to sell your stuff. Okay. Yes, there is. But let's look at this bigger picture. Time is the only non-renewable resource we have in our life. We can always get our money back. And this is the crazy thing about decluttering. Let's say that you declutter, you don't sell anything, you just give it all away. But now you find yourself with more time because you're not looking for stuff. You're not feeling depressed. You're not feeling overwhelmed. You actually have more time and energy for life. Guess what you can do if you want to? If you want to, you can get a job. You can actually earn money every single hour that you save. You can be earning money. Forget selling your stuff. Yeah, maybe make $100. You could make $25 an hour with the extra time that you have and the extra energy that you have if you want to. So if money is your motivation for not decluttering, I would strongly urge you to reconsider that, because you can actually earn money when you declutter because you free up your time. And it's all about our time. We never get this time back. We never get this time. That time that you're spending searching for stuff, feeling overwhelmed, drowning in your clutter, that time is more valuable than any individual thing that you have in your house. So, next time that you hear yourself say, I don't want to let go of this because I spent money on it, I want you to circle back. I want you to bookmark this podcast, circle back to this and listen to it, because it is not about the amount of money that you spent ever, ever. It is about your time and your health. And your health contributes directly to your time also. Nothing matters more than your physical and mental and emotional well-being. So fight for that, my friends, and don't let the clutter be the thing that holds you back from finding optimal peace and just the highest level of well-being physically, mentally, and emotionally. Period. All right. Now, if you are interested in Clutter Boss Blueprint, which I talked about at the beginning of this podcast, please click on that link, get on a call with Gina. 6 months, the blueprint to managing your house, getting out from underneath the overwhelming burden of clutter, and developing the habits that you need to never be in this position in your life ever again, because you deserve a home that is easy and that supports you and that lifts you up. Period. All right. Same time next time, same time, same day and time next week. Thank you for tuning into another episode. If you loved this, keep in mind that we are a very, very small business, and the number one thing that you can do to support this and keep this content free is to share it, like it, comment on it, and share it. It means the world to us. From us at Clutter Boss to you, go declutter, and do not forget that you are a boss. I will see you next week. Bye.